Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy BLS, and we're back with another 1v9. I have some funny stuff to talk about this podcast, and kind of some updates as well. So let's start off with the first one. The vaping. I've not vaped any nicotine, and this coil is burnt, and I think I'm not gonna buy any more coils and just be done with it, because this is a CBD. So this coil is about done. So vaping is going to be, I'm doing pretty good. I haven't really had a nicotine withdrawal, but we're drinking Woodfords again. And so I want you to pay attention to how much is in this bottle. Last podcast when we were recording, which was Friday, let's just say I drank a little bit too much. I drank all that on Friday. So after I ended my podcast, I ended up going over to my friend's house, and I remember getting there, and then I kind of just like remember small parts fading in and out. And I do remember that I didn't eat because he said he was going to get pizza. So I remember eating pizza at his place, and then I don't really remember being there. And then I remember coming home, and I remember sitting on my stairs talking to somebody on the phone. I remember ordering DoorDash. I ordered a steak and shake. And the next thing you know, I wake up and it's 4:30 p.m. Saturday. I'm like, what the fuck? So I look, people are texting me, why were you calling me last night? I knew I was super drunk. And yeah, I come out, look at my front door. My steak and shake sat there all morning, all day. So I just threw that away. Ordered food. Ordered a burrito. Got here. I ate half of it. Thought I was going to puke. Went back upstairs. Laid down. Ended up falling asleep at, I don't know. Woke up at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Felt a little bit better. Ate more. Stayed up till like 2 in the morning. Went back to sleep. Woke up Sunday at 5:30 p.m. So I didn't even drink Saturday. So I went from bed at from 2 to 3 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. So stay up, and I stay up till like 9 or 10. I end up streaming that night. So I went to bed at like midnight, and I watched a movie, and I was like, well, I'm not tired, So I watched another movie. Well, by the time I watched that second movie, I was like, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I have to be at work in 3 hours. I'm staying up. So I stayed up, and did some shit around the house, made breakfast, made coffee. I started drinking coffee this week, and it's helped a lot in the mornings. And I haven't really been wired on it. So, I drink those in the morning, and then I have like these Celsius energy drinks at work, and those usually keep me awake enough to get home and get my blood flowing. Anyways, I go to work at 7:30. I'm like a zombie the whole time. Didn't do anything. Came home, stayed up. So came home, got home at 5 o'clock. By the time I got home, I warmed up food. I've been up for 24 hours. I ate food. I went to bed at like 7, and I slept till like 3:30 in the morning. And then I woke up and I was completely fine. But Friday really fucked me up. I was so drunk that it took me all the way till Tuesday morning to be on like normal. So I'm not going to make that mistake tonight. I just didn't eat early enough. I'm only going to have a few drinks of these, and I'll be fine. But yeah, that was crazy. The other thing is I got a new keyboard. I used to have the Ducky 1-2 Mini. I ended up buying the Logitech Pro. I've been using it for 2 days. I enjoy it. It's pretty cool. It's different having bigger. I got to get used to it, but I still like the Ducky. I don't know what I'm going to go with, but we'll figure it out. I wrote down a whole bunch of stuff because I do have stories to go into. I was trying to remember Oh yeah, so let's also talk about this. So I only have like a few work clothes to wear to work. I wear khakis and usually like a throwover. This is what I wear to work today. This Nike throwover. Well, I only have 3 pairs of pants, and they all are like super uncomfortable. They're kind of tight. You know, I bought them when I was like, I don't know, like 3 years ago when I was a little bit skinnier. And so I was like, you know what? We're going to go to Dick's Sporting Goods. Went to Dick's Sporting Goods, went to the clearance aisle. Like, I bought like 2 Nike throwovers like this. I bought a Champion throwover. I bought 2 pair of Nike golf pants, and I also, what else did I buy? I bought something, another throwover and a belt. Ended up costing me $340. I didn't really look at the price tags on a lot of things. I knew this was clearance, but I looked at it after. I bought a black pair of golf pants, Nike golf pants, and a gray pair of Nike golf pants, and they were $80 a piece. And I was like, fuck me. But, you know, I it's a lot more comfortable wearing them to work, and they're a lot more stylish, and I look more professional, because the other ones are like wrinkly and like fucking faded. But so so I got some funny dating app stories that happened this week. So the first thing I want to talk about is I got on this dating app, right? Just to kind of meet people, you know, just kind of see where it goes. And let me take a drink. I haven't even taken a drink yet. Just as good as I remember. And anyways, I came across this girl that I thought I knew, and I was like, all right, dude, she looked familiar. I knew who she was. Well, find out she works in the hospital that I work at. So I'm like, didn't swipe right, didn't swipe left, didn't message her, whatever. This is Clover, by the way. And so I learned about her. So I go to work the next day, and I'm showing my friends. I'm like, dude, you know the one chick that works up there? I found her on a dating app. And they're like, no way, we got to see. So we seen it, and I can't remember what happened, but I ended up liking her. And Clover usually sends you notifications when someone likes you. So I didn't want her to know. So I instantly deactivated my account and deleted the app. I haven't seen her since, but I don't know if she knows, and I guess next time we'll find out, because what I'm leading into is awkward shit, like dating people within your workspace. Now, if you're like at working like, you know, a temporary job and you can leave easy, it's different. But I'm in a career, and like I think it'd be really weird. So like I'm gonna tell you about an experience that I had with a girl in a hospital that worked in the hospital with me in Michigan. So, you know, I'm fairly young for the field. Most people are like 30 plus, 30 to 50 is like where most people are, like techs and doctors and nurses. And like usually the younger people are like people that work in the cafeteria, or they work for like housekeeping and stuff like that. But I, in my first job, wore scrubs every day. So if you see someone wearing scrubs that's this young, and they're always in OR, they're always in surgery PACU, it kind of puts off the vibe that you're like a doctor or a surgeon, which, you know, is not good, because then they'll be like, oh, you're not a doctor? Fuck you, you know? Like, I don't really know. I feel like it's like misleading. But what my job is like, it's a pretty good job. Like, I get paid I'm pretty high up there when it comes to like hospital employees getting paid. Anyways, so I wore scrubs, and there was this girl that I seen, and I always seen her like it'd be like a couple times a week. And I would get on the elevator and she'd be on it, and we really wouldn't say anything. We would just stand kind of like silence, you know. And she would like smile at me, but I was just like, whatever. And she was cute, like she was a cute girl. And so, anyways, it started like it started to where we were like seeing each other a lot, and we like, oh hey, how are you, stuff like that. And then small talk, and then the awkward elevator silence turned into like small talk, and then our I remember there was one time where I seen her and I was like, dude, if I talked to her and I was like, this girl's pretty cool. I was like, next time I see her, I'm going to ask her out. I'm just going to see if she wants to go out. So I'm up and I remember I was in labor and delivery and I was doing some pumps up there. And I was in this small room. It was just me. And what she did was a pharmacy technician. So she delivered medications to the floors. Like pharmacy would get her all the things. She'd run them to the floors. And yeah, so I was in labor delivery. Next thing you know, guess who walks in? The girl. And so she's like, oh, what are you doing in here? Like, just small talk started. And she ended up standing there. We talked for like 5 minutes. And then I used to wear a necklace. It actually broke. I'm going to have to get it fixed. I wore a necklace, and like the part that connects, I know my friends call it a dick, like D-I-C. But I don't know. It's like the part that hooks on. That was like hanging down here. And I was like, I didn't know. And you could see it because I was wearing scrubs. So it was like that. And we just, we're chit-chatting. And all of a sudden, she walks up to me, and then she fixes it for me. And I was like, whoa. Because I thought she was like going to kiss me or something. I was like, fuck. Anyways, she's like, what are you doing later? And I was like, after work, I don't have any plans. She's like, let's go out. And I was like, all right. So she puts her number in my phone. Like, I didn't ask for her number. She's like, can I see your phone? I'm like, yeah, here. She puts her number in my phone. And so she texts me at like 3:30. She's like, hey, I'll be off work at 5. Do you want to meet me? And we went to Cracker Barrel. So went to Cracker Barrel. And we actually got there at the same time because I was walking in and she was pulling into a parking spot and then she ran up. And so we got the thing. We got a table and we didn't get a booth. We got a table, like an actual table out in the middle of nowhere. Because that's a key thing to this story. So we got a table out in the middle of nowhere, and the waiter comes up. What do you guys want to drink? I ended up getting a beer. She got a margarita. I was like, all right. She got something. I don't remember. It was some strawberry. I got a beer. She got that. And then she started talking. And we didn't. Keep in mind, we don't even have our rolls yet. So she, once we got our drinks, she started like saying shit like, you're really cute, shit like that, just like stupid shit like that. And started asking me questions like what I'm doing here, whatever. And then all of a sudden, like, she asked me a question out of fucking nowhere. I'm not lying. We're in the middle of fucking Cracker Barrel. She asked me a question. I took a sip of beer, and next thing you know, she just looks at me, smiles, and I'm like, what? Literally, okay, so if this was the table, I'm sitting here and she's sitting over here, leans across the table and just buries her tongue in my throat. I'm fucking not kidding. Just fucking shoves her tongue down my throat, starts making out with me in the middle of Cracker Barrel for like 5 seconds. And I'm just like, I fucking didn't know. There's like fucking people like having birthday parties and like this fucking old couple having their like retirement party. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're in the middle of like a family restaurant and she just fucking starts making out with me. So I'm like, what the fuck? And then she leans back and she was like, sorry, I couldn't resist. And I was like, what the fuck? So then I was like, this bitch is crazy. So, anyways, I was like, right then and there, I was thinking, I'm going to get laid tonight. This is great. So, we just had small talk, and it happened one more time before we got our food, by the way. She leaned over and like made out with me again, and I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on? So, we get our food. We start talking. She's like a year younger than me. And, we start talking. All of a sudden, I'm like mid-bite, getting ready to swallow. And she's like, oh yeah, I really need to tell you something. I have a 2-year-old. I fucking shit you not. The food got stuck in my throat. I literally about threw up like it's like I almost puked and the food corked my esophagus so I couldn't puke, and I was like choking on food, and then I ended up swallowing it, and I wish I could see a third person. You see that cool right there? My face was redder than that. I was like, no way. Because honestly, side story, I'm not really interested in being a stepdad right now. I'm 25. I can find a girl who doesn't have kids. It's simple as that. Maybe if you're like 35 plus, that's different. Or, it's what, if you have your own. But I'm a single dude, have no kids. I just don't think it's, smart to date somebody who has a kid. That's just my opinion. Other people have different opinions. Anyways, so I was like, fuck, dude, like, that's not good. So anyways, we finish our meal, and she's like, what are you doing when you leave here? And I was like, I'm just gonna go home. She's like, you care if I come over? And I was like, sure. And if she wouldn't have told me she had a kid, I would have been getting laid that night. I would have been like, yeah, that's cool. But here's the thing. I didn't have any condoms. I remember I did not have a single condom, and I was like, fuck, because I almost like stopped at a CVS real quick, but she followed me, and I didn't want to be like whatever. Anyways, we get in my apartment, and my apartment is just like shitty. Like, it's a nice apartment, but I don't have any furniture. I'm a single guy. There's nothing in my living room. Like, I didn't even have a TV in my living room. So I had to bring the TV out from my living room in my bedroom. We started watching a movie. By the way, didn't have a nice couch like this. I had a fucking $100 futon from Walmart. Let's just say that. So I'm just like thinking, I'm like self-conscious thinking like, this bitch thinks that I'm fucking poor. Or like, whatever. And so we're 5 minutes into the movie. I shit you not. She's sitting right here. I have my hand on her leg. All of a sudden, climbs on top of me. I'm like, fuck. And like I said, the whole kid thing threw me off. So I was like, okay. Anyways, start making out again, yada yada yada. And then she takes her shirt off, but she's got like a really low cut V-neck on. And so she just literally takes her tits and starts shoving her tits in my face. And, we had small talk and like during it, and like a lot of crazy shit was happening. But I sat there for like 45 minutes and I was like, dude, I don't have condoms. And, this bitch is fertile. That's literally that's the only thing I could think of. And I was like, dude, you gotta be kidding me. So anyways, she's like, I'm gonna have to head home soon. And I was like, okay, I mean, you could stay here if you want, but if you don't want to, that's fine. She's like, well, I have to work in the morning and I don't have my clothes, yada yada yada. So then all of a sudden she's like, I'm just gonna head home. Is that okay? And I was like, yeah, if you want to head on, that's cool. And so she comes up, and I was going to give her a hug, and she starts kissing me. And then when that happens, dude, if I go through this process again, it's different. But she had a kid. She probably didn't have birth control, and I didn't have condoms, so I was freaking the fuck out, dude. Because I've never, yeah. There was one time, but most of the girls that I've hooked up with, I've wore a condom. There was one time that I didn't, and mistakes. But anyways, she starts making out with me, and all of a sudden, I feel my belt come off, and I'm like, fuck, dude. So she just takes my belt off. She starts unbuttoning my pants, and then she just looks at me and smiles. And she was like, I don't know what she said. She didn't want to fuck, but she was like, gonna suck my dick, like 100%. And I was like, no, she did want to fuck, and I told her I didn't have condoms, and that's what happened. We were gonna fuck. I told her I didn't have condoms. She didn't have any either, and I was like, yeah, whatever. And so she ended up leaving like 5 minutes after that, and she texts me, and we were gonna hang out that weekend, but I texted her and she didn't respond. But dude, like I know everybody's listening right now thinking like what a fucking pansy, dude. But dude, she's fertile. And well, every girl's fertile. I don't know why I keep saying that. Every girl's fucking fertile. But she wasn't on birth control. And I didn't have condoms. Like literally red fucking flags. Like if you just like that should be an automatic just like, yo, that's probably not the smartest fucking thing to do right now. If she was on birth control, it might have been different, but you know, whatever. And I text her that weekend, nothing, no response. Text her the next weekend, no response. And then I didn't see her for like a month. And then every single interaction after that was awkward, and she never replied to me, and then I ended up moving. So the fucking main vein to the story is that you shouldn't fucking date or fuck with people you work with if it's a career. Which we just got we have like there's one girl and she's like my type that I work with, but there's another new one. And when me and my friend seen her, we like, because you know we work in the same like department, so we know like there's like 2-3 departments in my wing, and when someone abnormal, like someone different's there, and we seen her and she looked at us and we both were just like, what the fuck, dude? So yeah, yeah, it's just been real awkward because I haven't really like talked to any girls. Like besides like the one in my group, we have two girls. One of them happens to have the same fucking last name that I do. What are the fucking odds? Let's just say that. What are the odds? She's from Texas and me and her have the same fucking name. The odds are fucking ridiculous. So yeah, if you want to take this advice, don't do anything with people you work with. It's just awkward if it doesn't work out. But I can say this. In my department, there's a married couple, and they do very well with it. The dude is 26 and the girl is 21. So they're you know in the right. They went through never mind, I don't want to give too much information away. But they've known each other for a while. They went to school together, and they do it very well because usually they're not stuck up each other's asses when they're at work. They're actually working. And, the girl has you can tell like the girl absolutely loves the shit out of the guy. So, but it works different like that. And, they can do their own thing, but me personally, I just avoid it. They're married too. They've been married, so that's different. But when you're dating a girl and you're like about to hook up and shit, man, that's fucking sketchy. By the way, I forgot to say, I didn't expect the last podcast to get as good numbers as I thought it was going to. I'm just going to upload like these on YouTube for now. If I get over 500 views on the pod, like on these, I'll start uploading. I'll literally upload every single episode until the one that I catch up, like, has 500 views. So let's say like my 69th episode has 500 views. I'll upload the 69 all on Spotify just quick so people can like mass listen to. But I know I usually like watching podcasts with visuals. So, yeah, we were talking about awkward. Yeah, but there's a few good looking girls that are around my area, but I just don't talk to them. Oh yeah, so I know a lot of people usually come for me for advice, shit like that. We're taking a fucking 180 right here. Come to me for advice. And I just want to say, like, usually I buy books and attempt to read them, but I'm too fucking lazy. That's really what it is. I just get bored while reading. And I, like, think about my conscience actually speaking to me too much to not even pay attention to the words. So, you guys know last episode I said that I bought AirPods. I was at work and I ended up buying Russ's book, It's All in Your Head. And this was really cool because this is the first audiobook I've ever listened to. And what's cool about it is Russ is actually the one talking to you. So it's not even like you're reading a book. It's like I'm on a phone conversation with him, and he's the one talking, and I'm just listening. So I'm going to recommend the Russ, It's All in Your Head book. It's a really good book. I'll probably listen to it again. It's got some good info in there, and I just recommend it. And I know there's a lot of people who don't like Russ. If you don't like Russ, you're literally just like fucking following the crowd. Let's be real. Russ is fucking amazing. Like, anyways, go check out his book. What was the other thing? Oh yeah. So I know a lot of people. I have a couple like beer bongs, and Mike Stud owns like Chug Bud. I don't know if you guys know what Chug Bud is. It's like a device that you put on the beer can, you stab the beer can, and it's just like way easier to drink, way easier to carry around than a beer bong, and it's like a lot cleaner than a shotgun. Well, he came out with a surprise sale today when I'm recording this, Friday, and he said he released 2,000, but I don't know if it's 2,000 total or 2,000. I think it's 2,000 of each caller, and they had four callers, and they sold out in 4 minutes. So I don't know if it was 2,000 total, like 500 of each, or 2,000 of each, and I don't know. But they sold out everything in 4 minutes. Your boy got 2. Okay, I've been wanting one for a really long time, and I will unbox them on the podcast. They'll probably be here, not next week, not next episode, but the episode after. They'll be here. Well, I'll buy fucking beers, and we'll pound some fucking beers with the Chug Buds. I was super stoked to get those. I got 2. I got the one with white that was white, and I got one that was blue to match the Bud Light. Oh shit, I about knocked this over. So yeah, I've been blowing a lot of money. So like the golf, I spent $50 on fucking drinking devices. Yeah. Oh, so I have this. What was the Fortnite rule? I was on Twitter. What was the Fortnite rule? I can't remember what it was, but it was ridiculous. Let me look it up real quick. I remember who tweeted it out. It was sort of Kiwis. No, sorry, LG Kiwis. Oh yeah, so this is what it was. Okay, so I know a lot of people who watch me are gaming guys. Fortnite came out with this article, and it's fucking hilarious. I had to read it to you. So a lot of these gaming industries are fucking liberal, in my opinion. They care about everybody's feelings. They don't want no one's feelings getting hurt, shit like that. So I'm going to read you this update that Fortnite put in and give you my opinion on it. Wait. I'm way off. But just fucking everything I just said, just forget it. Okay. So this is what the article. I thought it was something different. Yeah, this is what it is. So Fortnite, I'm going to read it to you. Here we go. Fortnite, or it looks like Fortnite will start to warn players about their health and playtime. The game will stop you from earning XP or completing challenges after you play 3 to 5 hours straight. And it will allow you to earn XP again only if you stop playing for 3 to 5 hours again. So basically, if you play 5 more hours, you won't get as much XP. And then you have to take a 5-hour break. They said, here's the leaked text. You have entered fatigue gaming period. The in-game settings will be lowered by 50% from now on, and challenge progress has been disabled. For your own health, please log off and get some rest. Appropriate physical exercise is good for your body, and please arrange your time wisely. You have been online for 3 hours cumulatively. I said that wrong, but who cares? I suck at reading. The in-game gainings will be lowered by 50% from now on, and challenge progress has been disabled. For your own health, please log off and get some rest. Appropriate physical exercise is good for your body. You have entered an unhealthy gaming period. For your own health, please log off and get some rest immediately. If you do not log off, your health will be harmed. Your in-game gainings is already lowered to 0, and challenge progress has been able. Dude, like, so you're telling me basically what they're saying is get off your fucking lazy ass and go do something and play video games. But why would you do that if you're a fucking multimillionaire? Like, you know, what if the NBA was like, guys, listen, you guys are working way too fucking hard. Okay? LeBron, listen, if you play 1 quarter this game, guess what? You can't play another quarter. You can't play the next quarter. Whatever you play this game, you can't play the next game. Like, what the fuck is that? That doesn't make any sense. It's like, especially for people who are making money off this. But I guess it's just XP, and really, nobody gives a fuck about XP who's professional. Let's just be honest. But yeah, I thought that was I just thought that was funny that they're gonna just start doing that. Like, they're punishing people for playing their game, which makes no fucking sense. So these notes that I wrote, I'm gonna have to start writing more descriptive notes. Yeah, so I've talked about, wow, I've really flown through what I've really wanted to talk about. Let's talk about this. Let's go back to the dating apps. Let's get to interesting shit. So, I'm gonna take a drink. So, I'll admit I'm kind of lonely. I get lonely every now and then when I'm home. I don't know a lot of girls. I don't know really any girls. They're all married if I do know them. And my friends don't really come over here, and I usually the friends that I have I see at work, and every other couple weekends we hang out, but I don't know really anyone. So I that's why I've downloaded like the dating apps like Tinder, Bumble, yada yada yada. Well, I downloaded this one app, and I didn't realize what it was until I fucking downloaded it. And it's literally like, so most dating, like Tinder is literally like a hookup fucking app. Like, most people go there to hook up. No one really, some people go there to, whatever. But this app that I downloaded was an actual fucking hookup. Like, straight up, you would literally like, these girls have in their bios like, I pay this much an hour. I do, just a bunch of random shit. So I fucking download the thing, and I put a picture of myself on there. And I'm like, okay. On Tinder, I have been living here for 3 months, and I probably have had 10 matches on Tinder. And like, you can see how many people like you. I have 25 people liking me. Okay? Not bad. When I downloaded this app, I shit you fucking not, in the first minute, I had 10 fucking likes. I'm like, dude, that's sketch. Let's just be real, okay? I'm like super mediocre, and I had fucking so many girls just like fucking trying to message me, and I was like, dude, that's messed up. So I go to try to read the message. You have to pay fucking $15 to even read the message. So I'm going through like all the girls. And like, you can check to see like if a girl viewed your profile, if a girl liked one of your photos, if a girl swiped right on you. Like, if they like liked you, you couldn't, or you seen it, but you couldn't message them. Even if you liked them back, you had to do this membership. So I'm on this fucking app for about 20 minutes, just looking through, and I'm like, dude, like, there's so many hot girls on here. Like, why do they need an app? Like, you can just go to a fucking bar or a club and fucking just pick the like a guy that, why do an app? Anyways, like 20 minutes passed, and I had like fucking 50 messages from girls that I couldn't fucking read. And they just kept popping up, popping up, popping up, popping up. Like, they were like fucking messaging me. And then, like, I guess there's like a thing where you can voice record. And it just kept happening. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. So I bought the $15 1 month membership. And I went through all these messages. And it seemed like a lot of them were catfish. So what I basically did was go through, if they were hot, I looked at their bio, and if their bio said like follow me on Instagram, follow me on Snapchat, I just followed them or added them on Snapchat. There was only like 5 girls out of it, but I found there was this one girl, and she was like 5'8", blonde. I don't remember what her name was on it, but she had her Snapchat, so I added her to Snapchat. We start messaging, and she's like, I think I know who you are. And I'm like, no, there's no chance. Like, I just moved to Ohio. There's no fucking chance she knows who I am. She goes, what school did you go to? And I was like, I went to school in Indiana. She's like, oh yeah, I don't know. Anyways, we got to talking, and when I know it's either 1, a catfish, or 2, a scam, like, no girl fucking messages you and starts calling you babe right off the fucking rip. This girl was. So I was like, I'm getting catfished. This isn't this girl. So then we start talking. Find out she lives like 5 miles from me. And so we started talking, and I asked, I was like, hey, do you want to go get drinks this weekend? She's like, sure. So I was like, well, let me see a picture of you. So she takes a selfie, sends it over. I still don't think that selfie that she sent me was her. It was a fucking picture that she took. But I can tell you one thing. The girl that was on the app and the girl that was in the Snapchat are 2 completely different people. So I was like, what the fuck? Then we started talking. The next thing you fucking know, she sends me a Snapchat and says, stressed. So I fell right into it. I was like, what are you stressed about? She was like, oh, I have this phone bill that's due tomorrow. I don't have money to fucking pay it. Yada, yada, yada. So before she said this, she said that she used to live in an apartment with her friend. Her friend ended up moving out and she couldn't afford it, so she moved back with her dad. And so I'm like, okay. So logically, you're paying rent where her area is. I know what it is. So she's paying $800 a month at least. Let's add another $100, so you split that in 2, that's $400. Let's add another $150 for your electronics and your internet. So she's paying, that much money. She fucking has audacity. So I asked her where she worked. She said a gas station. I'm like, fucking what? She's like, yeah, I work at a gas station. And I was like, oh, okay. And so what ends up happening is she's like, yeah, I live with my dad for like 2 months. And then she was like, back to the feeling stressed thing. She's like, yeah, my phone bill, it's $80. I have to pay it next month. And I was like, damn, that sucks. I'm not fucking giving you the money. I don't even know who you really are. Like, I don't even know what you look like because you probably catfished me. So she was like, if you can lend me the $80, I'll send you nudes right now and something fucking else. She's like, I'll fuck you this weekend, or some stupid shit like this. So I'm like, dude, I don't even fucking know you. Like, I don't even know what you look like. I don't even know if like that's the fucking true you that you sent me. And it was like half her fucking face. So I told her no, and she's like, oh, okay, it's fine. And I was like, yeah, I only lend money to like my family or like close friends. Like, I'm not gonna be a fucking sugar daddy, period. So she gets all shitty, and then I tested her and I was like, do you want to still go get drinks this weekend? She said yes. I haven't messaged her since. That was this morning. I messaged her that last night. This morning she replied yes. I didn't message her, but like, all these fucking girls on these apps are fucking catfishes or fucking gold diggers. What do I gotta do? But, one will come along. what I would like to do is get a girl over here and do a podcast with me. Oh my God, that'd be funny as fuck. So there was this one girl that I met at New Year's. We can go ahead and talk about her. There's one girl I met at New Year's, and I was wearing some Mike Stud merch. I can't remember what it was. And she's like, oh my gosh. She's like, you're a Mike Stud fan? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I love him. And I was like, fuck yeah. Because, like, I always say, low key, I'll probably fucking marry a Mike Stud fan. Let's just say that. But anyways, she's like, we started talking about Mike, yada, yada, yada. And then I was like, well, I really want to pull the fucking big league card on this girl. She's pretty cute. She's younger than me, which I was like, I'd rather date an older girl, but fuck it, dude. I ended up getting her number on New Year's, and I texted her and I was like, hey, this is Brad. And we were still in the same place, just so she had my number. And she's like, hey, I got it. I'm like, all right. So, New Year's was on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday. I text her that weekend, no reply. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm just not going to talk to this girl anymore. All of a sudden, last Friday when I was fucked up, I fucking text her. And by the way, I literally don't remember anything. So, like, I ended up texting her, and this is what she says. Who is this? At that point, I'm like, listen, okay, you didn't have to be that fucking rude. But the fact that my first messages to you says, hey, this is Brad. And then the next weekend, hey, what are your plans this weekend? And then you hit me with the, who is this? Man, I didn't even reply. Don't reply to shit like that. Like, what the, whatever. So I have my last notes. I wonder how long I've been going. Let me take a look real quick. I'm gonna get up. Oh, dude, we got plenty of time. We're at 42 minutes. Yeah. Okay. So you guys know how I've been listening to like Joe Rogan, and so these are what the topics I have: the importance of time and what your purpose is. So we'll talk about what the purpose is, because I remember what I was doing when I wrote this note. So, like a lot of people like are depressed because they're unhappy with what they're doing and they don't know what their purpose is. I finally figured out what the purpose means. To know what your purpose is to be doing something and get lost track of time, like lose track of time. Gaming is literally what that is. Like, no matter what, I'm gonna have to be fucking gaming, because especially like back in the Call of Duty days, I'd fucking get on at like 3 o'clock and it feels like I played 2 games of Search and Destroy and it's 2:30 in the morning. Like, literally just get lost of time. And I know a lot of people are like depressed and like get fucked up and like get anxiety about trying to find their purpose. And really, I think like you create your own purpose, but this like weird VR Elon Musk shit's got me fucked up too. And like the fact that, like they say, like God knows where you're gonna go, and it's like fucking chess for him and all this stuff. But like people try to like find their passions, and your passion is something that you're willing to do, something that you want to do, and you fucking lose track of time. If you ever have had any moment doing that, that's what your passion is. Like, you're blind. But I know like a lot of times people think like, yeah, I can get fucking high and that passes time, or I can get drunk and that passes time, or I can hang out with my friends, that passes time. That's not like your passion. That's just like a side thing that, kills time. Like I'm the same way. Like when I get drunk or when I'm partying or when I'm hanging out with friends, I lose track of time. I get that. But it's like when you're doing something whether it's fucking painting or making music or playing video games or fucking drawing or cutting grass or cutting down trees or fishing, that's your passion. That's one of your passions. You can have multiple fucking passions. And so I know a lot of, like, what I urge people to do is try something different this fucking weekend. Or this week. I'm going to start running. I know running's not my fucking passion, but I need to lose weight. Yeah. So, I've basically ran out of shit to talk about. Also, I did have questions in the YouTube, so we're gonna go through there. I appreciate everybody who's like hitting me up in the YouTube comments. We did have some questions and we'll answer them right now. Yeah, we had 170 fucking views. That's ridiculous. Like, so let's see. I'm just gonna read some of these. Where the fuck you been, bro? Bro, I've been streaming. If you guys want to chill and like just talk to me live, I'd really appreciate if people came by my fucking Twitch stream, because when I play video games, I like to stream and have people just fucking chat with me. That's the fucking best. Brando asked, you in Michigan or Ohio? I'm in Ohio. Ohio. And then Sore Thighs said, most people don't like Logan Paul, but his podcasts are really good. He acts mature and can keep conversation going. I think Logan Paul, I'm going to say Logan's is my second favorite. Second or third. I really like Mike's podcast, obviously, because I work for it. And then Joe Rogan is really good. I listen to Pin on the Guest, and then Logan's. Logan has good guests as well. Could you imagine? One day I'll be on their podcast. But yeah, we got 170 views on that. You guys are fucking nuts. But yeah, literally fucking ran out of shit. And I have some other shit wrote down, but it's like, we'll talk about it. So the other thing I have wrote down is the importance of time. And I think about this a lot. Like, I'm just gonna really just talk to myself right now. It's the importance of time is, you know, really like that's got to be the most important thing, right? That's the most important thing to me. That's why I don't want to just get into a random relationship and fucking break up in 2 years, because you don't want to waste all that time that you spend with that person. You don't want to waste that. But let's just talk about from what my lifestyle is now. The importance of time. So when, you know, you personally need to decide on how many hours you need to function the next day. Don't listen to your fucking doctors. Don't listen to your fucking parents. You figure out how many hours you think you need to where you know, one day sleep 4 hours. Try to go through the day, see how you are. If you don't like it, sleep 6 hours. If you don't like it, sleep 8 hours. But me personally, I've been doing like 5 to 6 hours. And I've been comfortable with it because I've been drinking caffeine. But the importance of time, and I've really been trying to learn this and discipline myself to not, like, to be at a point where you're not productive. You know, being like, no matter what you're doing, so I'm just going to talk about really what I do. So when I come home and I see a bunch of people fucking uploaded, David Dobrik uploaded, you know, this podcast was uploaded, you know, whatever. Hot Ones fucking uploaded a video. You got to like tell yourself not to fucking watch those videos, because that 20-minute Hot Ones episode, you can be fucking streaming and making videos or doing stuff. So basically the gist of it is when you're awake and you need to get on a routine. We all need to get on a fucking routine. My routine is usually midnight to 5:30. I'm sleeping. Wake up, try to get in the shower and get ready as quick as I can. Come down here and edit videos of some sort. Whether it's for me, whether it's for usually it's for Mike. But edit videos, go to work, do my bullshit, get paid and be able to live and do all this shit and buy extra stuff, and then come home and fucking grind. I've been really struggling with that. I'm trying to get better, I promise. Just make sure that you're using your time wisely. Don't spend it with fucking. So what's good about my friends is every single one of my friends has something to that I can look up to. Every single one of them. You know, Jared has fucking his photography. He's a great photographer. I look up to that. Bateman's great, dude. Bateman is crazy good at fucking shoes. I have a pair of Air Force Ones over here. He's gonna do those. He's working on a pair of Vans right now as we're talking. I'll unbox those. Trust me, on the YouTube channel. You know, it's just every single one of my friends literally have shit that inspires you. But if you have a friend that doesn't inspire you or doesn't make you feel better as a person or doesn't feel like you're growing as a person being with them, you fucking cut them off because they're wasting your time. It's just a fucking waste. It's everything. So, I mean, just make sure that I'm trying to do it as well. So I'm not acting like I fucking have done it and I've mastered it already. I'm trying to do it as well because, like, cheers, by the way. That shot was heavy. My bad habit is coming home. Every time I come home, I take a fucking large dookie. Just relief, go up there, dookie, come back down. What I usually do is I fucking watch YouTube videos for an hour and a half. And I, like, pry myself to not do that and watch them at work anyways. Because I don't, I have a lot of free time. So, like, watch YouTube videos at work and not here. When you're home, you're either sleeping or you're fucking working. I consider this working now because, making YouTube videos. But make sure you're always fucking grinding to progress, like, make progress or better yourself. I think that's really important. I think people waste a lot of time of doing stupid shit. Like, you should never be bored. Ever. You should never fucking be bored. If you're fucking bored, something's wrong. You are wasting time if you're bored. Let's just be honest. And then usually when you're bored is like, that's when you get in trouble. That's when stupid shit starts happening. And so quit being fucking bored and start fucking cracking down. Discipline. That's what I've been trying to learn. I'm 25 years old. I'm still learning discipline. And it's discipline to myself. Quit doing this. Like, quit vaping. Disciplining. I finally got off nicotine. That was the hard part. And then, we'll get there. But discipline yourself to fucking work out, to do this. I'm telling you, once it starts warming up, it's supposed to be 60 degrees this weekend. I'm gonna start flipping shit. I'm making flipping videos. I'm gonna start flipping stuff and trying to make some extra money. And I'm really just doing it just to see if I can fucking make money. If I lose $1,000, fuck it, I lose $1,000. But yeah, do stuff to, like, fucking challenge yourself. And if you're comfortable with where you're at right now, that's a problem. You should be you should put yourself in uncomfortable positions, because if you're comfortable, you're just fucking chilling. You're laid back. You're not really doing shit. You're not gonna you're not gonna improve. You're not gonna make progress on anything if you're comfortable. When you're uncomfortable, that's when you dig your way out. You'd find this, you do this, you get used to this, and then just make sure that you're uncomfortable. Use your time fucking wisely. If you want to be a fucking, the best bowler, if you want to be good at bowling, then don't come home and fucking play Wii bowling. Go to the goddamn bowling alley. Start learning your shit. Learn your lines. Learn where you need to stand. Buy a fucking good ball. Learn how to fucking bowl. Spend your time wisely. And that reminded me another thing when I was talking about, like, your friends. So, like, I personally, like, my best friends, I don't see them every day and we don't talk to every day. But I always make an effort to go see them when I'm in town, or they, whenever they need me, they hit me up. but we're all doing our own things, which makes sense. But I know a lot of people are getting to the age where they're about to go to college and they're about to move out of their parents' house. And I want to really talk about this because I've experienced it. Moving out of your parents' house and living on your own is fucking awesome the first 2 months. After 2 months, you start going through the loneliness stage. I still go through it. I still get lonely every now and then I'll fucking just like try to hit up some like fucking booty calls, which I don't have any here, but I'll just like, you know, Snapchat people or whatever. But you'll get lonely, and then you'll start going home all the time, and then you want to go back home, and then you'll fucking miss out on opportunities when you fucking cave and go back home. If I wouldn't have went back home when I was in Michigan, I would be in a really good position right now in Michigan. And I kind of wish that I was back there, but I also believe in, like, you know, everything happens for a reason. You're supposed to be where you're at. Like, you think about, you know, whatever. But the big thing for people is moving out of their parents' house and getting, especially with me, is getting the fuck out of your town. Now, I know there's a couple people that watch this podcast that are from the same town that I am. And there's other people that listen to podcasts that are from small towns. And my advice to you is, if there is not a single fucking soul in that town that inspires you or like, hey, I want to be that person one day, you need to fucking leave. It sucks, but it's literally going to make you so much better as a person, just because, like, you know, there was people that I looked up to and stuff like that, like my dad, my grandpa, my uncles, you know, my friends. But the thing is I don't want, like, if right now I'd fucking trade lives with them, I wouldn't do it. Like, I wouldn't fucking do it. So if there's no one where you'd be like, damn, dude, I wish I was in that fucking guy's shoes in your town, get the fuck out. Go to somewhere where it is. Surround yourself with people that are like that. Shit will start happening. I promise. But, you know, you also gotta grind. Nobody who's made it had it easy. They've grinded. Some people may have gotten it quicker than you, and you might have think that was easier. But a lot of times it's, you know, it's people who you know. I can say some examples, but I'm not calling anybody out on that shit. Like, usually, it's important to know people. That's why you gotta fucking get out of your town and get to those, you know, I want to be a fucking, realistically, I want to be a content creator for 100 Thieves. So what realistically should I do? I should move to LA. I should be at every event that 100 Thieves is at in order to run into Matt or, you know, whatever. You just got to you just got to make sure that you're in the right place at the right time. And with your, you know, doing that is not in your fucking bed or watching YouTube videos. Right place, right time. You got to, you know, be grinding. But, man, I'm fucking running out of shit to talk about. You guys are going to have to give me some fucking options. So, I was talking about going to COD events this year, and I'm still going to do it. But here's the thing. Everybody has internet crushes, right? Some people might have fucking Halsey or Selena Gomez or this. For some fucking reason, I don't know why, mine is on Hannah, aka Noisy Butters Brian, I think is her last name. I'm not sure. So if you watch my stream, we always joke about this. And there's this girl, she does Call of Duty videos, plays Call of Duty, and for some reason I just have like a fat crush on her. Don't know why. And I know that, I can't remember who bet me, but someone in my chat bet me that if I went down to Atlanta, he bet me $100 that I wouldn't get her to go on a date with me. And I said, fucking bet. So like she knows who I am, and I'm like wanting to go down to where she is and meet her at an event and ask her to dinner. But dude, I don't know, dude. Maybe that's just me being fucking crazy. Because I always think I'm like, I can have like I've had dreams. I've had dreams where she was in them. So I've never met her, but I like mentally like had the altercation where I was with her, and I don't know. But oh Jesus Christ, I got a Snapchat. So there's this one girl from when I lived in Michigan. It's not the hospital girl. There's this one girl from Michigan. I'll tell you how we met. Friday night, I'm in Hooters. Fucking eating some wings, watching a game, drinking some brewskis. My waitress ends up sitting down and talk to me. Most time when if you go to I go eat by myself a lot. A lot. It's peaceful. You get you get to chill, you get to think. You basically have conversations with your mind. But I was doing that also. I was like trying to like meet waitresses because most of them are girls. So anyways, I go to Hooters, meet this girl. Her name's Marissa. She starts talking to me and she's like, "Oh yeah, da da da." I tell her I just moved in town. I don't really know anybody here. Yada yada yada. And she's like, "Hey, well, we're going out. Me and one of my friends are going out tomorrow. You can come out with us if you want." I said, "Bet." So I got her number, text her the next day. She's like, "Yeah, meet us here at this time." So we go up in this place called Sky Deck. This is in Michigan, Kalamazoo. If you're around that area, I recommend Wild Bull, the Sky Deck. It's called Monaco Bay. Like the whole area is called Monaco Bay. Go there. The Sky Deck is a 7-8 story building. On the top of it, on the roof, is a bar. So I end up going to the Wild Bull, which the Wild Bull is a place where it's got a fucking mechanical bull that people can ride in, and it's got a indoor bar, indoor DJ, outdoor bar, outdoor DJ. Like, you fucking, it's pretty big. And so I went there, got a few drinks, yada, yada, yada. Then I went up to the Sky Deck. The Sky Deck is connected to the Wild Bull. Went up to the Sky Deck. And I'm a brunette guy. I'm just going to be fucking honest. Like, there's a lot of brunettes out there that are freaking it. But just because I'm a brunette guy doesn't mean I'm not a blonde guy, not a redhead guy, not a, just straight black hair guy. Like, there's like good looking girls out of all of them. But if I had the option, I would choose like a brunette. That's probably going to kill me in the future, but fuck it. Anyways, so I go up, I get a drink. I know the fucking bartender, and I know one of the bouncers. Bouncer's name's Tay. Bartender's name, I used to know his name. I had his number. He was a personal trainer, but I usually went to him when I needed alcohol, and he would serve me. So he got me a drink. I'm sitting up there. They have, so like here's like the edge of the like the railing. You can like jump off the building right here. They had couches, and then had like a table in the middle with like a fire on it. It was like an electric fire. And I'm sitting down. All of a sudden, Marissa's like, "Hey, we're up here." So I go and sit with them. She's like, "Hey, this is my friend Rachel." And I'm like, "All right, nice to meet you, Rachel." And I'm like thinking, this is what I was thinking. Rachel is fucking hot. She's this tall. She's like 5'8", 5'9", blonde. And so I don't really think anything of it because at first I was like, oh, Marissa, who's a redhead, I was like, I'll just hang out with her, I didn't think her friend was going to be fucking hotter. So anyways, hang out with a friend who's Rachel, and We went through. We used to, after that night, we hung out a lot. Every weekend we were with each other. Every weekend we were going to bars. We were getting drinks. Sometimes it was me, her, and it was me, Rachel, and Marissa. Like we were like a trio. And there was this one motherfucker. So Rachel was the blonde that I was going after. She had a dog. His name was Joey. Old dog. Well, there was this one fucking dude who thought he had a shot with her, and guess what the fuck his name was? Joey. This kid is like, okay, so he's like 5'9". He's like a failed frat. If I could give a description, he's like a failed frat guy who probably like hacks people's Twitters because they insult him. Like, he's just a super douche. So he's like trying to go after Rachel, yada yada yada, whatever. I met him a couple times. I'm always like trying to go after Rachel, but he thinks he's the alpha because he knows her longer. That was fucking false. Well, me and Rachel started hanging out a lot. I started to get feelings for her, and then there was one night where I had her come. I lived in Michigan for a fucking year and a half. And Rachel was the only person who ever came over to my apartment. She came over twice. One time, she came over, she got wine drunk, and I tried to get her to stay the night with me because I was wanting to hook up with her, but she ended up fucking drunk driving home. So, you know how that goes. Anyways, I'm like starting to like lose hope, and I still have feelings for Rachel, and then all of a sudden, what happened? So we're out. She invites me out to come out with her. And I remember where we were at. And she invites me. She's like, hey, can you meet me here this time? I'm like, yeah. So we meet there. We hang out all fucking night. She's like, hey, can you call an Uber? Let's go back to my place. I'm like, all right. Get an Uber. I'm not fucking kidding when I say this. Fucking Uber's outside. Me and Rachel sneak out. It's a van. The dude's driving a van. I get in shotgun. Rachel opens the door, gets in the back seat. No fucking bullshit. Joey, dead fucking sprint, gets in the Uber with us. So I'm fucking dick pissed. I'm like dick pissed right now. So I'm like looking back at her and she's rolling her eyes, yada, yada, yada. We get to her place. I walk straight in and go to her room. Well, she doesn't come upstairs and she's downstairs with him. So then I go downstairs and I use the bathroom. When I got out of the bathroom, they both weren't downstairs in the living room, and I go upstairs and they're both laying in her bed. I could have fucking UFC kicked the shit out of both of them. Like fucking just got like, ugh. Conor McGregor would have came out. Anyways, I fucking knew they were up there in her bed. I walked up the stairs. The door was closed. I heard him. I fucking turned right the fuck back around. I grabbed my keys. I put my shoes on. I'm piss ass drunk, by the way. Get my shoes on. I was driving a Mazda 6 at the time. Get in my car. Fucking leave. I'm halfway across town. She calls me. Where you at? I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Where am I at? She was like, you were here, but you're not here anymore. And I was like, yeah, I fucking left because you guys were up in the bedroom. She's like, you shouldn't be fucking driving. That's what I heard. That's literally what you guys just heard. That's what I heard. You shouldn't be driving. So anyways, I get dick pissed. I end up like being a fucking asshole to her. We don't talk for a week or two. Next thing you know, she invites me out again. Hey, I'm going out this night. Come out with me. I'm like, all right. I can't make this shit up. Come out. The bar is so fucking packed. It was like mid college season. There's a fuck ton of people there. I walk in. Takes me 45 fucking minutes to find her. So I get in line. I get a drink. Takes me 45 minutes to find her. When I find her, she's dancing with another dude. And I was like, all right, whatever. I'll fucking wait until the song's over. And then I'll go say what's up to her. She starts fucking making out with a dude on the dance floor. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So what I do is kill both my drinks, and I fucking call an Uber and leave. She texts me. She's like, are you here yet? And I was like, I was there, but I seen you making out with fucking dipshit douche do whatever the fuck his name is. I don't even know. I don't think it was Joey, but it was another dude. And I was like, you invite me out to come hang out with you, but you're fucking hoeing around. Cut it off there. After that, I told my friends, and my friends like, well, fuck this chick, you know? Fuck her. Well, she still Snapchats me every. I don't even live with her. And I remember it was like last week. She Snapchat me, and I was like, why do you still snap? I asked her, I was like, why do you still Snapchat me? She was like, well, we were really good friends when you lived in Michigan. I was like, yeah. I was like, you were one of my favorites, but you were fucking had some weird barrier and wouldn't fucking date anybody and just like didn't give me any fucking attention. She's like, yeah, I have a problem with that. And she still lives in Michigan. And I literally said this. I said, you should come down to Ohio. She literally replied with, ew. EWW. Ew. I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, what do you mean by that? She's like, the only place I'd ever go in Ohio is fucking Cleveland. I'm like, all right. So I literally said, all right, I didn't want you to fucking come here anyways. And then I haven't fucking messaged her since. But she literally just sends me Snapchat every day. And it's either of her drinking wine by herself or her and her fucking dog. So, you know what? Rachel, if you fucking see this, good fucking luck, dude. My dad is weird as fuck. My dad just sent me a fucking photo and said, did you send a package to my house? And the fucking ship to and the attention name is Shane Hicks, and my name is not fucking Shane Hicks. Anyways, but yeah, so I'm enjoying work here. I really like the people that I work with, but 2 of them are leaving this year that I'm kind of close to. Kind of sucks. Ohio's good. Like I said, I've been trying to keep my mind with streaming or making YouTube videos. I made a Fortnite YouTube video the other day spontaneously. I just was like, you know what? I was thinking about it at work. I was like, I hit a lot of snipes, so I went and made a fucking YouTube video. I really enjoyed these videos out of everything. Just fucking sitting here and talking and pretend like I'm talking to an audience. I like that shit because I feel way better when I'm done with it. But yeah, I uploaded that Fortnite video, so if you guys want to check that out, go check it out. Like I said, I appreciate everybody watching. I want people to participate in the comments. I want you guys to comment questions so I can fucking talk about topics. I'll think of more topics to talk about next week. I only had like 6 or 7, but I'll fucking put them straight down. When I think about them, and I'll just voice memo everything. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Put your questions down in the comments, because I do read them. Every time I see a notification on my YouTube, I fucking look at it every single time. And yeah, I had a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself listening. And this has been your boy BLS, and I'll fucking talk to you guys next weekend. I appreciate you guys listening. Yeah. Make sure you go watch my other videos. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Come by the streams. I stream more than I upload, so come by the streams. Twitch.tv/ItsBLS. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.